A Holden man who was arrested this weekend for violating his post-conviction bail for the second time was back in court today.
Holden police say 53-year-old David McKenzie was not following his house arrest conditions and was in contact with a witness in his criminal case. Police say Saturday night they saw McKenzie pull into his driveway with the witness. Today, the state argued McKenzie should be held without bail, but the judge set bail at $1,000.
McKenzie was found guilty in October of OUI, aggravated assault, and leaving the scene of a crime after hitting a pedestrian in Brewer while driving home drunk from a bar. He was sentenced to 15 months in jail, but is yet to begin that sentence. In January, a judge ordered McKenzie to be placed on house arrest for violating his post-conviction bail condition.